In July 2022, JWST released 10,000 galaxies in one photograph. The oldest light had traveled 13.6 billion years. Every single galaxy was older, larger, more organized than models allowed. By the time you finish this video, JWST will have made more observations that contradict cosmic evolution. The question nobody asks: why? Design began in 1996. Construction finished 2016. Launch scheduled for 2007. It launched December 25, 2021. 14 years late, $5 billion over budget. The mirror unfolded in space over 1 month. Each hexagonal segment aligned with nanometer precision. The telescope traveled 1.5 million kilometers to Lagrange Point 2, where Earth and Sun gravity balance. The mirror is beryllium, rigid at extreme cold. 18 hexagonal segments are individually adjustable. Cost: $5 billion. Effort: 3 decades across NASA, ESA, and CSA. Purpose: photograph the first galaxies. What it found broke the model before the first images were published. July 12, 2022, first deep field image. 10,000 galaxies in one photograph. Light traveled 13.6 billion years. Astronomers expected small, chaotic, disorganized clouds. Instead, massive rotating disks with spiral arms. Fully mature. Already ancient at 300 million years old. One buried sentence. Some sources exceed predicted mass constraints for their redshift. September 2022, more data arrived. Redshift 20 galaxies. Light traveled 13.8 billion years through expanding universe. At 300 million years old, galaxies should still be assembling. Instead, hundreds of billions of stars. Metal-rich. Metal-rich meant generations of star formation already complete. The model predicted chaos. JWST found order. I'll come back to this. It changes everything. Hold that number. Redshift 20, 300 million years. We need it later. The problem: not that galaxies existed early. Galaxies should assemble slowly through gravitational collapse. First stars form. They create metals. They explode. That material seeds the next generation. Lambda CDM predicts this takes billions of years. JWST showed it happening in millions. Why JWST matters? Not because it found old galaxies. It found galaxies proving the universe built itself faster than physics allows. Not cosmic history. What it means for dark matter, inflation, the first seconds after the Big Bang. Something accelerated galaxy formation. Our models don't account for it. JWST measured it. The question: what does it mean? Inflation theory. Universe expanded exponentially in first fractions of a second. Quantum fluctuations stretched to cosmic scale. These fluctuations became structure seeds. Gravity worked on them over millions of years. First stars ignited. They produced metals. Supernovae seeded the next generation. Here is where the model breaks. JWST measures galaxies with metal abundances, matching galaxies billions of years older. The physics does not work. The metallicity problem. JWST measured heavy element spectroscopic signatures in redshift 20 galaxies. 300 million years old. Metallicity matched solar or higher. The model requires 5 to 7 billion years of stellar nucleosynthesis for that. There is a gap of 6 to 7 billion years between prediction and measurement. Not a measurement error. JWST spectroscopy is accurate within a few percent. This is a physics error. The mass assembly problem. JWST measured galaxies at redshift 11. 400 million years old. With stellar masses of 100 billion suns. Merger timescale models predict assembling that mass requires 1 to 2 billion years. Yet here is that mass at 400 million years. JWST found at least 17 galaxies with this property. Not anomalies. Systematic contradiction. There's one detail I'm saving for the end. It changes everything about dark matter. Third problem emerged 2023. JWST observed unexpected molecules in exoplanet atmospheres. Carbon dioxide and methane in quantities that should not exist in young stellar systems. Chemical pathways creating these molecules require time. Yet JWST found them in systems barely 1 million years old. This detail does not fit the model. It still does not. And it connects JWST's galaxy problem to something far larger about early universe structure. These are not 3 problems. They are 3 observations of the same phenomenon. The early universe assembled structure faster than gravity alone explains. Current model assumes dark matter. 85% of all matter. Clumps slowly. But what if dark matter clumped differently in the early universe? What if some property of the early cosmos accelerated structure formation? JWST measured it. The data is certain. The interpretation is what we're arguing about. The contradiction becomes cosmic. If early universe assembled structure faster than models predict, one of 3 things is true. First, inflation theory is wrong. Quantum fluctuations were larger than we thought. Second, dark matter is not cold and collisionless. It interacted more efficiently in early universe. Third, early universe contained something we have not measured. Or all 3. JWST cannot answer which. But it proved at least one must be true. Institutional response. Silence. When JWST data released in full, papers acknowledging the contradiction appeared in secondary venues. Major journals noted further modeling is required. That is how you say the data contradicts the model without saying it. By 2023, crisis was undeniable. A conference in Baltimore brought 200 astronomers to discuss early universe tension. Or the tension. JWST broke the timeline. The universe was younger and older simultaneously. Younger in actual age, older in structure maturity. JWST proved. The universe we live in is not the universe models predicted. Structure. Galaxies, clusters, cosmic web. Formed faster and more efficiently than gravity alone explains. Not a measurement error. JWST is accurate. It is a physics error. Either we do not understand dark matter, we do not understand inflation, or we are missing a universe component entirely. Redshift 20 galaxies at 300 million years, solar metallicity. 100 billion sun galaxies at 400 million years. That is not history. That is physics under stress. For Earth, the solar system, the night sky you can see, nothing changes. The sun burns 5 billion more years. The Milky Way collides with Andromeda in 4 billion years. Your descendants' lives for 10,000 generations follow the same laws. But the understanding of those laws, how the universe built itself, has changed. JWST did not find new stars. It found the universe is stranger than we thought. Depths in the cosmos that models have not measured. Something about the early universe remains unknown. The larger implication. For decades, cosmologists worked with a model that felt complete. Inflation, dark matter, dark energy. The pieces fit. JWST revealed its cracks. Not because the model was stupid. Because the universe is more complicated than the model allowed. Somewhere in the first billion years, something happened we have not measured. Maybe a dark matter property we missed. Maybe an early universe phase transition. Maybe something we have not theorized yet. JWST will keep looking. Every observation narrows possibilities. But we know one thing with certainty. The universe built itself faster than we thought possible. And JWST will keep observing for 2 more decades. Data will keep arriving. Contradictions will keep compounding. None of it aware. None of it hostile. Just physics. Physics we do not yet understand, operating in a universe that built itself faster than our models allowed. If you had to guess, does the solution come from modifying dark matter, revising inflation, or discovering an entirely new cosmic component?